Good morning students. Welcome to your computer science class. In today's class, we are going to discuss one program as displayed over here on the screen. Write a function, remove lowercase that accepts two file names and copies all lines that do not start with a lowercase letter from the first file into the second. So you can already see the file over here. These are the file contents and the name of the file is india.txt. So our task is to remove or lowercase lines. That is, we are not actually going to remove anything from this file. What we are going to do is we will be asking for another file name from the user, and in that file we are going to send all those lines which are given in this file which do not start with a lowercase letter. As you can see, the first statement over here, B is capital, I is capital, so we will send these two lines to the file. A is small, T is small, we will skip these two lines, and I is capital, so we will send this line also to that file. So let us start with this question. So we will start with this question because it's a function, so we will start with DEF. Remove lowercase, and this function is going to accept two file names, file name 1 and file name 2. So this is it, and now we are going to use two file handles. One file handle will be opening the file in the read mode, that is input mode, because what we need to do is, if this is one file, this is file name 1 and this is file name 2. So we can see that we have capital letter here, we have small letter here. So we are going to take up all those lines. So here we will be taking the first one is okay, so we are going to send this line here. Second one is also okay, we are going to send this line here. The third one starts with a small letter, so we are going to skip this. Next one also we are going to skip, and the last one, that is I, is okay. This is okay, so we are going to send this also here. So this is going to be our idea. And how we are going to do this? For this we need to, because we will be reading from this file and we will be writing to this file, hence here it would be read operation and here it would be write operation. So here the file mode will be R and here the file mode would be W. Now why W over here? Why not append? The reason is because every time when this program executes, it is going to create a new file, and that file would contain the contents of whichever file is provided as file name 1. We don't know what are the contents of file name 1, and if we are opening the file name 2 using A, that is append, so the new contents would be added on to that file. So that file might contain residues from any previous program run, which we do not want. Hence every time this program runs, we want that file name 2 should contain only the contents of file name 1 and nothing else. That is the reason why we have taken the code as W over here. So here we will be taking up fin as open, and directly we will just type file name 1 because this time the user is going to enter the name of the file. The first one is R, that is read operation, second is f out, because we will be doing write operation on the next file, hence we have taken f out, w. And now what we are going to do is we will start with the actual processing of the file. So what I am going to do is, first I think I can read all the contents of the file, because I have been using read line function every time. So for a change, this time this program I will be demonstrating using read lines function. Now read lines function, you already know that it reads the entire content of the file in one go and stores it in a list, where every list item is a string. So we will be using read lines function for doing this task. So I have taken a variable lines, fin dot read lines, which will read the entire content of the file and store it within lines. So lines will be a list of strings. For line in lines. Mark the difference, here it is line and here it is lines. So for line in lines, we are going to now check each line, that is each string within the list. For line in lines, where every line will be taken from this list, that is lines. So now we are going to check because we need to check whether it is starting from a capital letter or a small letter. So we have, and because line is a string, so we have taken the character at index location 0. Now if I write here is upper, according to this file it is okay, but sometimes it is quite possible that your first sentence may start with a bracket, it may start with a digit, it may start with any other special symbol. Okay, so we need to consider all those cases also. We have to exclude only those lines which start with a small letter. So we are going to write it in this way: if not line dot is lower. If not, line dot is lower. If this is the case, then we have to write it to the next file. So we will write it this way: f out dot write line. So one line will be written to the file, and then once we have completed this, our program ends over here itself. That is, our function ends over here itself. So when a theory question is asked to you in the exam and they have only specified that write a function, so you only need to write this function. Other parts of the program are not necessary, but when you are doing it practically, at that time you will be needing statements over here. As I had explained to you, that rest of the program, the global part is represented using main. Usually this concept main has been taken from programming languages like C, C++, Java and all, where we have an exclusive main function from where the execution starts. Here we don't have anything like that, so we just provided as a comment line for our own reference. So now our program execution will start from any statement which starts from here. So here we are going to provide file name to the user. We are going to ask for a file name from the user. Enter first file and second one would be enter second file. And at the end we are going to run the program. So I'm going to write the statement over here. Remove lowercase file name 1 comma file name 2, and our program ends over here. So now we will see the practical demonstration for this program on the computer. So now we will see how we can write a program for removing lowercase letters from a file. Actually, as I have already explained, we are not removing them physically. We are not actually removing the lines which start with a lowercase letter. Rather, we are only copying those lines from the file, from one file to the second file, which do not start with a lowercase letter. And so for this purpose, we will be using a file which is stored in a specific location. As you can see that here our file is stored in class 12 folder. Within class 12 we go to programs, within programs we go to files, and here we have a file named black hole, and let us try to do the work on this file. As you can see that the first letter here is capital, the second, in the second line the first letter is a space which is not a lowercase letter. This is lowercase, this is lowercase, this is lowercase, and this is again not any alphabet, rather this is a special character. So we are going to deal with all these things. All those lines which do not start with a lowercase letter but start with any other letter will be written to a second file. So let's start. So we first start with function dev file name 1, file name 2, and for the first file we are providing the file mode as read. For the second file the file mode is W. Now I will read everything from the file in lines. For line in lines, because I have read everything in lines, so now lines is a list of strings. So I am going to now individually access each of those strings. If not, line 0 dot is lower. If this is the case, then we are going to write it to the second file, and for this I am going to write fout dot write line. So our program ends over here itself, our function ends over here, and now for file name 1 I am going to ask the file from the user, enter the file 1, enter the name for first file, and the same thing I will copy and I will paste it here. Enter the name for second file, and let us go back to our folder and let us copy the paths of these files. We'll go to security and we'll copy the path, copy, and let me open a separate notepad file where I'm going to save these file paths so that I could provide it easily. And for my second file, which would be black hole no lowercase .txt, So I will be reading from this file and writing into the other file. Let us run the program. Enter the name of the first file. So I will paste the name. Enter the name of the second file. I will copy this path and I will paste it. And now I will check the content of the second file. So over here, there is some issue with this. So let us see what the issue is. And the problem is we did not call the function. So we have to call the function and pass the file names. Sometimes in a hurry, you can even see which all mistakes we do in a hurry. So let us run the program and see. So we are first going to copy the first file name, paste it here. Now we will copy the second file name, paste it here. There is an error, no such file or directory. So let us first run the program once again. It is quite possible that we did some error while copying the file names. The file names, now for reading operation, it is mandatory that the file exists on the hard disk. So here it didn't give us any error. We will go to our folder and here you can see that this file has been created. So now I'm going to double click the file and now you can see that the number of lines has reduced and you can see that each of these lines over here, the first one is a capital letter, this is a space, it's a square bracket, these are digits, then again capital letters, then again here you have left bracket, this again a square bracket. So all those lines which start with a small letter are removed from this file. So we complete this program over here. Now let us do the dry run. So for the purpose of dry run, I'm going to take a picture of the file. So this is going to be my original file and I'm just going to take a picture of the first paragraph. So now you can see that I have copied the file also, the first paragraph of the file as well as the code within our program here. Let us try to understand this now. So our program will first start from this location, that is reading the names of the file. So the first file is this, that is black hole, and the second file will be the one which we have changed, that is black hole without lowercase. So after these two statements are executed, the remove lowercase statement will be executed and it will send these two file names. And now we start with execution of this function. So these two statements should be clear to you. Fin will be associated with this file and f out will be associated with the file that is black hole, no lowercase. And let us consider that this is that file. Now we say lines. So what is going to be lines? Lines will be a list which will contain all the individual lines within the file in the form of a list of strings. So here this will be a string, this will be a string, this will be a string, and all the lines still here would be strings. Now for line in lines. So we now as this has already been read in lines, so every line of this will be used for this variable, that is line. So line variable will represent the individual strings within the file, whereas lines will represent the list. So now if not line 0, that is if we take the first character of the file. So here the first character of the file is A
and we can see that it is not lowercase. That is, it is fulfilling this condition. If not, line 0 dot is lower. So write it to the next file. Then we have the next. We come back to the next line. There would be these many lines in our lines list. So the next one starts with a space that will also be written to the file. Next one starts with a square bracket that will also be written. Next one starts with a small I. So this will be skipped. So this way, these are the lines which are going to be skipped. And the lines which will be accepted are this. Okay, so this is how this program is going to work. And at the end, it will complete its execution and program will terminate.
So you have seen in the previous lecture how we can read from one file and write into the other file. In this second part of this class, we are going to see another question. Write a Python program to display all the records in a file named productlist.csv with a record number. And this is the file. So name of the file is productlist.csv. It is a comma separated value file. Where every value is separated by a comma, and at the end we have a new line character, and you can see there are product ID, product name and its price. So let us try to create a program where we just have to display the records and we have to prefix a record number in the beginning. So let's start. So we start with creating a file handle, opening a file, so we have opened the file and now we will read everything. So I am going to read everything in records. And I'm going to use the read lines function for doing this, which will read all the records into the file. And now I'm going to perform the operation. So for this I will take one variable count which will keep track of the record number. So let me insert a comment line here. This is for record number. Okay, now I will use this for record in records. Alternatively, you can also use the enumerate function and you can attach an index along with it and use that index to specify record number. So I will teach you that also. So once you read one record over here, one record would be there in records. So now what I can do is I have to display this, and before displaying that I also need to display the record number. So I will be incrementing the value of count and I would be printing record number as count. And I will be displaying record. Now the program ends over here. Okay, but here what I can do, I can make it even smaller by removing this count value, because now everything could be possible using the record number. So I am going to take an index I along with record in enumerate records, and instead of taking count plus 1 I will simply be taking I plus 1 over here, and this way my program is completed within 4 lines. So now let us switch on to our computer and see how this program actually works.
Now we come to our next program, that is displaying record numbers in the file. So I'm going to first look for the file. I'll go to my folder, and here I'm going to look for this file, that is product list, as you can see over here. This product list file, when you double click on it, it opens in MS Excel. So you can see it over here how it looks like. So this is the file, these are the file contents, and there are a total of 7 records in the file. What we want is all these values should be displayed prefixed by the record number of the file. So let us start doing this work. We will first check out where the file lies. So it lies within the folder, that is files, and our program is within Python programs folder. Let us first try to understand the folder hierarchy over here. We have a folder named programs. This programs folder in turn has two subfolders. One is Python programs and one is files. And within Python programs, we have the program which we are working on, and let's see the program. It is remove lowercase read lines. Sorry, not this one. It is read product with record number. With record number .py, and within files we have product list .csv. So these are the two locations. Now our program lies within this folder, whereas our file is in this folder. So how do we proceed with the file name? So file name would be proceeded in this way. We will use two dots, then a backslash, and here we are going to use files product list .csv. So these two dots before files represents that I am going to save everything within a file named product list, which is in a files folder, and this files folder is somewhere in the parent folder of this current folder where the program lies. So what is the parent folder? That is unknown, and within that parent folder we should have a folder named files, and that folder should have a file named productlist.csv. So this is how I am going to do. That is because these two files are at two different locations. So let us see how to write the program. We'll start with fin, open, files, product list .csv, comma, and here I am going to simply use the read file mode. I am again going to use read lines function to read the entire content of the file. So I am going to use records dot is equal to fin dot read lines. So this will read all the records of the file within a and store it within a list, and that list would contain individual strings, and each string would be one record. And now I'm going to use the statement for I record in records. You can just note the difference. I have used record to represent one record and records to represent list of records. Print record number I plus 1 record. Save it, and now we will run the program, and now you can see it very well that record numbers are getting displayed. Now let us see the dry run. So now you can see I have the code as well as the file content written over here. So this is my file, that is productlist.csv. And this is my program, and the program name is written here. So we start with fin, which takes in the name of the file and opens it in the read mode. Records equals fin.readlines. So read lines will read all the records and store it within records. So now let me remove records from here. So now records would be stored something like this. It would be a list which will contain these values: 101 comma meat floor, 89, 102 and the content, 103 and the content, 104 and the content, and this way up to 107. And 107. So this is how this list is represented. It is a list of strings. Each string represents one record within the file. So for I comma record, and now that this has been read, every line or every list item will be associated with a ordinal number. In enumerate, so because we have used the enumerate function, hence these lines are created. These record numbers, ordinal numbers are added. Now what we need to do is for I, that is we start from the first one, print record number I plus 1, because I is 0, so I plus 1 will give us 1, followed by a colon over here, and the record will be printed. Same way, record number 2, record number 3, 4 and so on. So all these records would be displayed on our screen.
So this was how we can work with file handling, reading and writing operations simultaneously, working on a comma separated value file, and also using record number to represent the lines within the file. In our next lecture, we will be seeing something new. We will be working with binary files. Thank you.